So we got some big games tomorrow, and I want to touch on it since yes, I do watch college football. I don't. I'm a big Alabama fan. Of course, the game. I think the college football game is still a little bit um, not as mature as the NFL. There's I would say there's less strategy, but the NFL, it's you're dealing with some of the best minds in sports, and I think that's why I enjoy watching NFL. But I love college. I pay attention to college. Big Power Five guy. Of course, I keep up with Norfolk State. But I do want to talk about Alabama. Since anybody knows me, I'm a big Alabama fan. Roll Tide. I liked. I've been liking Alabama. You can call me a bandwagon, or, whatever. But I've been liking Alabama since 2011. Um, kind of follow Nick Saban. I love the way he treats his players and whatnot. But Alabama lost, and everybody in the world loves it when Alabama goes down. And I understand that. I get that. Right? They are the premier team. Crop de creme, not cream de crop de creme team in college football. But they lost. They lost to Tennessee. I think it was good for them to lose to Tennessee. I think that Nick Saban's team, his one-loss teams, they respond very, very well to a loss on a season. And Nick Saban said like this: the Alabama gets everybody's best punch, no matter what. They get everybody's best punch. Your punch. You're Alabama, so you're not going to go out there and you're not going to go out there and think you can mosey on and have an off game. You're getting even when they play Mercer, they're getting Mercer's best punch because it's Alabama. Everyone wants to beat Al. Excuse me. Everyone wants to beat Alabama. Alabama games for other guys, for other teams, it's a Super Bowl for them. They get to play Alabama, and if you even get close to being Alabama, you get some type of credibility. It may help you in the polls. It didn't hurt Texas when they lost to Alabama because they played a tough game. But they go to Tennessee. There's skepticism around Bryce Young. They're weak at. I think this is the well, after watching them, I used to think they were the most complete team, but they're not getting the pass rush like they used to, and they don't have dynamic receivers, and they're weak on turnovers. So. First of all, Helms. I love Helms to death, but Helms has got to be. They have to do something with him. And I think that the days where Alabama can play man the whole game and get away with it is gone. And I think Steve Sarkisian saw it. He said, "Look, let's just go. Let's just throw a ball up. Let's see what the one-on-one battles are. More than likely we get a pass interference, and more than likely they did. I think teams didn't really start trying them. Now, if you watch Clemson, Clemson tried Alabama, and Clemson, got some wins off of them. But if you watch them, if you watch them, they do a great job. Teams really notice that. Hey, look, we can go throw the ball deep on them, but then we get a pass rush, so you couldn't throw the ball deep on them. But if you can block long enough and you get man coverage or whatever, you saw what happened with Texas. They started making plays. So I think that recipe Steve Sarkisian brought in was, hey, teams start replicating that. So they play a lot more two man high safeties. They stop putting his main man on the block in the box, and in the box. Then what happens? That 4-man front is not getting the pass rush like they used to. So, but this is the Alabama one-loss team, and I want to say this. Nick Saban has won seven championships, national championships with Alabama. Out of those 7 championships, was it five? Was it 4 of those teams? Oh, sorry, hold on. He has 6 national championships with Alabama. Out of those 6 national championships, half of those teams were undefeated. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I lied. So, okay. So he has 6 national championships with Alabama. Out of those 6 national championship teams, 4 of those teams were one-loss teams. So I think a nice little butt kicking for Alabama in the middle of the season is something that should definitely help them. I think the last time they won in 2017 they were a one-loss team. 2015 they were a one-loss championship team. 2012, 2011 they were a one-loss team, and they lost these in tough games on the most of the games they lost the tough games on the road, but they lost one game. Hey, that's fine. I think they'll definitely be okay. So, even though they're a one-loss team, I think that they still in a position to win the Natty. I think once they get some of their guys back, the defense has to figure out a way to get a pass rush. And They have to run the ball. There's a lot of factors, but these are things that can definitely help them and position them. So I do expect them to see them in the college football playoff, and I do expect them to see them in the national championship. So, yeah, tough division in SEC. I don't think Tennessee is real, but I we'll see what happens when they play Georgia. Let's see if they come with that same energy when they play Georgia.